He's still able to stay alive for a little longer. Finally going to get taken down by that nade. A lot of damage caused from the terror side nades, though. So let's see if they can move in here. There's going to be Warden. Storm is in the back side of the site. And now he's going to be really in a tough spot. And so eLevate, they finish off the round, and that combination, that pairing of Storm and Warden has been just a historic one for those two for a long time now.
Yeah, definitely. They're still doing it. Almost 2015. Here you go. Winning pistol rounds for us. You know, that was a solid rush there into A. A good hold. I don't think Denial really had a chance there. I think that was kind of just a stomping there in that pistol round.
Now Fly's going to take this scout over there towards the B and watch that push and see if he might be able to get a pick here. Take a look at the overall setup. They're going to go ahead and push straight through that blue door. Volcano does pick up one, and Volcano will fall. The whole goal here now is for Warden to kind of hold out that area so they can't pick up the weapon. But that shouldn't be a concern anymore because it's left up to Daps and Nafly. So we got Daps who's showing a little bit of attention there inside of mid. Bomb is now going to be planted inside of the A-bomb site. Storm is low, down to 1 health, in fact. So now we'll see. You got the scout still just tapping away. I call it the assist maker. See if he might be able to help them out now.
Yeah, they're all low.
Can't get an assist without someone killing him, though.
They're gonna. Looks like they're just gonna save here. Gonna keep that scout for the next round. Keep the armor CZ.
Will they?
Trying to.
Will they? I always have a saying that in all of my casts, whenever they save a weapon, if you're going to save.
Right. Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me. Especially whenever they start to peek out at the last moments.
Right.
Okay, the bomb blew up.
One?
Now it's time to peek out. Let's try to get a kill. No, right. you spent all that time saving a weapon. Save it.
Exactly.
Of course, yeah, he was looking for the exit.
Yeah.
And so
try to pick up a gun. All right, I think Daps there pushed into like the T middle and shot a full clip of CZ at some guy's back, and only took him. I think it took him like 1 health. And if he had managed to get that kill there, things might have been looking different for them. But hey, he is the only one who has anything this round.
Looking at the overall, we can see that you have 2 players going to be doing the exact same thing that they did before. And XB3 here, watching the main area for A. And you've got 2 players still waiting here, just in case there's any player that decides to push up. It's just more of an anti-eco strat here. Waiting to see if any player will start to push up. Right now, they're just going to leave Volcano by himself over there by the door. I'll hop over to his perspective for a moment.
Oh, he loves that door. I think he put that door there just for him, because he goes there like every round.
There's something about that door. Maybe if you double tap it, it'll take you to another door.
But really, I think we're gonna see him picking this door like probably on T side like almost every round. It's kind of his thing.
Back to the door, and maybe he's got some WD-40, so you can't hear it open. I don't know. All right, so they're going to be pushing out there now. So you've got they've cleared out the bomb site. Actually, some really great timing in terms of eLevate. They caught Denial while they were rotating back. Remember, they had a stack over here towards the A side, and then they started to rotate back over there towards B. And so now they've got the bomb ticking away, and only 2, maybe more so, 1.5 players left to worry about. Fugly down to 5 health. And he's still going to just try to compete here. Still causing a lot of damage, and Daps pushes up through main and causes a kill there. So now what they could really do is they could lock them down over here into that A-bomb site, make sure that they can't keep the Galil. Volcano, he's wondering why the bomb radius, he made it as large as it is.
Say the same thing. You think he would know where he needs to go to survive that, right?
Oh, goodness. All right. Don't worry. These jokes won't last that long. They'll end at some point, probably once we're done with the map. So 3-0 now in favor of eLevate. And again, if you're just now tuning in, the first map went to eLevate 16-13 on season. And if we need to, we'll go to Inferno. And if we get to Inferno, Denial will start off on the CT side. And that's been a request too. We'll see starting on what side as well. So, but something to take from that first map was the fact that Storm had a very, very crucial round, and he
Huge.
picked it up. It was a 3-on-1, and he was completely smoked off while the opponent, while Denial was trying to go for the defuse. He had multiple members that was trying to defuse the bomb, and in the end, Storm won that, and from there that carried them into getting a 16-13 victory over Denial. So here we are in our first real gun round between these two. Volcano, he moved away from his door, but they're going to be over there towards Sunroom right now.
Well, if he's not at his door, they must be going B.
If only they knew the strat.
Exactly.
So Anger made a little bit of noise there. Daps, though, he's inside of the site. He actually caught Rush. His whole backside was open. I don't know what Rush was thinking. May have saw a butterfly or something. Going to be pushing in. Now you've got Nafly. Nafly, he's causing a lot of damage, but he hasn't been able to pick up the kill there. Down to a 3-on-3. Daps inside of the site. He's picked up 2 kills so far. You've got XP3 and Storm, and XP3 through the smoke, able to take him down. 25 seconds left here in the round. They do have the bomb, and Storm just trying to clear out the site, but really, he will be able to get that bomb planted now down to this 2-on-2. Op AK versus Op M4, and right there, they're kind of lowering their health, kind of equaling things out, and we'll see what happens. We've got Shazam now, the LMS, against XP3 and Storm lofts their grenade, great awareness, and takes out Shazam. eLevate 4, Denial 0.
Yeah, XP3 kind of opening things up there with that pick into the B-bomb site, and then, I mean, he played a big part. I mean, we had 2 kills, but he was, I think he legged Shazam there. I mean, he was doing it big for them. So XP3 is on fire. They're up 4-0. I mean, this is really important for them. They're setting the tone T-side, and now CTs have to save. I mean, they're on a roll here.
See what we've got for the setup here. Watch this headshot. So we can see what type of angles all these nades in. It's just a special thanks for Valve for making all that type of stuff possible. So now you just see basically a good spam fest that's happening right now. Volcano in his door.
Keeping 2 people busy.
Keep looking around the map to take a look here where all these players are. So this is the anti-eco last time that we saw before. Kind of waiting, making sure that no player is going to be playing aggressive here.
Yeah, they're playing very, very careful. And it's the wise thing to do. They don't want to run into like a CZ stack or anything crazy.
Great shot by Anger. He had picked up 2 right there. He also picked off the bomb carrier. And Shazam says thanks for the op, but he's going to have to backpedal, and Volcano takes out both of them. And so what was really working out for Denial has been a quick turn of events back in the favor of eLevate, but Fugly's Deagle was going to headshot quickly into Volcano, but we're back to a 5-0 score, and they're looking for that op, and it's way down the way, so he won't be able to pick up the op, but they do have enough money to buy himself one, or buy XP3 one.
Well, Anger there, I think he had a 5.7, but he was just going to town there. Yeah, I mean, I always see him using that gun. He's fantastic with it, and I mean, he should buy that more often because that was, I mean, that could have been big for them if they had got those guns. They did get the guns, but if they'd gotten out, kind of got reset up there. But eLevate was ready, so they weren't letting them get away.
Yeah, Anger is one of those types of players. He is very scary if he's making his shots.
Yeah,
because he is so incredibly accurate. And I just say I haven't seen the same Anger that we used to see whenever back in 2012, early 2013. So now as we take a look at the overall setup, there's one player that's pushed all the way up. He's under that pipe right there. You know, Fugly that's watching at the cross here. We got all 5 players here. They've grouped up. Watching the angle, they haven't started to push towards the site yet. Just kind of spamming the door right now there. That's going to be Fugly. So we'll switch back to Shazam. Shazam is going to hold this angle now. They could be pushing it. He misses that shot. That was that fadeaway, that op fadeaway that I talked about. And so now he's going to get traded there. So they're going to be pushing inside the site. They will get the bomb planted. And XP3 is going to try to back out of this so he can get an angle with that op. And now it's going to be left up. Nope, Storm is dropped as well. So 5-1. as Denial picks up their first round now.
Yeah, Shazam, I mean, even though he missed that shot there, he kept everyone busy on eLevate, kind of just hunting for him, and they knew they have to worry about him being there with that op. I think he did get one kill there, but it was just him staying alive back there, and just being a thorn in their side was huge, and let them rotate over quickly. So that's their first round, and we'll see if maybe eLevate tries to do something towards like B, since they had success there on that first gun round where they picked in there with XP3.
We'll see where XP3 decides to go, see if he gets boosted or if he goes back over to his main area. Nades coming up over the top. Storm just checking inside of mid, making sure that there's not a player pushing up. So you have XP3 that's going to pull back just to watch this boost in case. He's pushed all the way up to that point. Let's fall over here though. Look at this. Rush has made his way all the way around. Inside of checkers right now. So he's going to hold this angle. I don't know. I don't think Daps knows he's over there.
I think he might know he's in there just based on the angle that he was looking at. So I think maybe the
he does look like he's kind of back a little bit more
right.
than you normally would be. So yes, he does. So he has a point. He's still holding that. Yep. So there we go. So Daps is able to pick up that kill there. And Shazam, he was able to blind one player. That was Warden, able to take down the bomb carrier. And so Volcano and Storm are going to try to come out of this door. So Volcano, being the doorman that he is, and shoots him through the wall. And Volcano's questioning, he needs to fix that.
That was a good strat there. You know, they got a guy into B, kind of just hiding behind that box and kind of keeping them busy. It was a good B fake. They just kind of got shut down in A. So I like where their head was at on that. It just didn't really come out how they planned it, I guess.
I like the shot from Shazam, though, honestly, whenever just the awareness, understanding that how much, what he can do with the op through that wall.
Right.
And was able to take down Volcano there. And let's go back around. There's a lot of players that are pushing up now. So Shazam has that angle, Fugly has this one. So we'll see them. They're going to be pushing it here inside the site. We'll switch back over here. That's going to be Shazam picking up one. And that is basically going to do it. Fugly, he was the one that was handling most of the attack there.
Yeah, they shut them down pretty quick.
So now the score is going to be 5-3 in favor of eLevate. So Denial working their way back into this one. And one of the things to consider as well is they really haven't been taking out any of the players from Denial. So they're able to build up that bank throughout this latter part of the game. So not only is Denial winning rounds, but they're winning rounds efficiently.
Definitely, and it looks like they're going to be going back to this B site, which I think they should. They had a nice B take there. They don't have the op this round that XP3 was picking into, so we'll see if that hurts them here or not.
Still have players set up here within the site. As Daps, who's been holding down the B bomb site, Shazam, who's been kind of rotating.
Yeah, I think they're kind of on them. So, like you see Shazam, they're kind of moving him around. And now they're kind of like, oh, we think they're going to go B. Shazam's there with an op, or Shazam's in A. They just keep rotating him around.
Kind of keeping eLevate on their toes, trying to really decide which way they want to attack. So that smoke and the fire are going to slow things down just even a little bit longer now. And we'll see on the other side, see if they have started to push up here. Now we can see that they're going to be coming in. There's the smoke off the top. That's going to watch that cross. But let's go back over here to Shazam, who has an opening. They're just trying to shoulder peek. He misses that shot. And now it's back up to Daps and Fugly, who are going to hold down inside the site here. So Daps, he's going to be working in there. And they have not cleared out the site yet. And Daps has picked up another one. He's looking for a third, but barely missing there. And so now it's left up to Storm. He has taken out 2 players. Can he make it another 2? 8 seconds left here in the round. They're still trying to push him, and he will get dropped by Nafly. So 5-4 now. So again, Daps inside of the site, staying alive long enough.
Yeah, that was huge for them. I mean, yeah, they might have had an idea that someone was still lurking somewhere in that site. You know, it could have been anywhere. But I think they didn't do a thorough enough job. They were clearing it out clearly.
So we'll take a look here and see where the Shazam is going to go with the op this time. So he's going to go back to the A-bomb site area. And that's where it looks like the plan of attack is going to be. Now, look at this. We've seen this with JW quite a bit. So he's going to back up, though. He has 2 players that are right there with him.
I'd be playing back too if I know they're saving. You know, you don't want to be up close to the CZs.
So Shazam is right there. Fugly's there as well. So keep cycling until we find. There you have it. Anger picking up the last one. So 5-5 now. This map choice, going through the pick ban process, actually was selected by eLevate, which allowed Denial to choose the CT side to start. So
eLevate won on Denial's map pick then, which was
Correct.
Season. Interesting pick by them. Maybe try to catch him off guard. I'm not sure what their thought process was there, but 5-5. I think this is definitely CT sided. So if I got 5 rounds already as eLevate, I'm feeling pretty good.
all right, so got 3 players holding down inside of mid. That's Anger, Fugly, and teammate Nafly. Flashbang's coming in here. Looks like we're about to see a boost, so Anger's kind of he was in a good position for a moment. Now he's going to back up. They've caused a lot of movement there on Denial's side. But they take down the bomb carrier. Now you're going to see some rotating happening here by these players. Firebomb is out. They're going to go ahead and push through the vents. Dap's going to have to hold down the bomb site for just a little bit longer while his teammates start to rotate now. But the bomb carrier is actually going away from the attack, so they're going to start to over-rotate. But XP3, he's going to be taking this bomb all the way around. He may be taking too long of a path, as that's Shazam that hasn't moved yet from this A main area. So that actually, you can see that was XP3 who passed by. He's still going towards that blue door, but they're still taking a lot of time. And the retake for these guys probably going to be a little bit different here. So switch back over here to Shazam, as he's got an angle. He's watching 2 spots at the same time, and there's one of them. And so now he come back in, he's got another player to worry about there. They have worked their way inside of the A-bomb site. 10 seconds left to go, and there's a firebomb, but it may be a little bit too late to kind of force them out of there. So they're good. They have their teammates. They're rotating now. And you can tell the way that Denial's approaching, they're a little concerned that they may get flanked at some point. So they're going to push in there. They're going 1 for 1 now. They're backside the site, so see if they can be able to make some. Storm completely blind as Daps picks up 1, and Storm is still there. So Storm picks up his 3rd, and he is just playing very, very well in this best of 3.
Storm going big, and there's a couple things I really like about that round. One, they took over mid there, eLevate did, which I think they hadn't really explored too much so far on T side. So I like that they got Volcano boosted up, they kind of took over mid, they had a lot more control, and then that let them really throw that fake where they sent XP3 all the way back around with the bomb. And going out the door lets them bypass Shazam's op, who's just sitting in the car, and the only thing you can really see is the main entrance to A. So they did lose 1 member, but everyone else kind of got into the site easily. So that was a good play by them. So
Volcano, the bomb carrier, was heading over there, and Legs is one. That was Rush who got legged down to 16 HP. Bomb will get recovered there by Warden. He's going to back up and regroup with his teammates, which all 3 of them are currently inside of A main right now. So we'll take a look at the overview, give you a quick little perspective of where these players are located right now. You can see that they're kind of waiting and making sure that they're not going to be able to push up now. Switch back over here. See a boost up there for XP3. He caught the edge of Fugly as he was right over there by headshot box inside of mid. Anger is going to get taken out from top down. And Anger is going to be a little frustrated there with his teammate not making the call that they got boosted up there. So now they're starting to rotate. Look how much they were rotating for a moment. Now Shazam is going to move back. They're trying to sell this fake now. 30 seconds left to go now, and that's going to pull Shazam from his position. But now he's gone back to his original location that we saw before. They're going to start to try to enter in here. That fire grenade is going to get distinguished there by the smoke. They'll work their way back into the site, and now we've got a 2-on-4. But one of the players to recognize that's still alive, that is going to be Storm. Storm spraying away, spotted one, as now you've got XP3 that's right there with him. There's going to be a quick flank, though, coming around from A main right now, and Storm was just held on to that nade for so long, trying to determine where he wanted to go with it. And so now they'll get the defuse, so 6-6, all tied up again.
I mean, that was a crazy close round there. Again, getting that mid control and getting that kill on Anger there was big. They fell back and they kind of gave it up at that point, which I think maybe if they had just like been a little more aggressive, going up like Cat or something. Overall, though, they still got into the site. They got the bomb down, and they had that B fake. The B fake really, they kind of just threw 2 people's lives away for nothing. I think maybe if they had just kind of grouped up and gone A, left maybe 1 person there to sell that fake, that would have been better. But, I mean, they almost won a 2v4 there in the end, so it was pretty close.
All right, over the top, XP3 was naded down to 5 HP. And so XP3 will actually get taken down by Anger. Because he was over there towards the vents right there, so he was able to get that pick. Switch back over here to Warden. Inside of the A main. Just kind of checking throughout the sites here. And Anger's still inside of the vents. Daps inside of the B-bomb site. And have a quick rotate there. Could be from Nafly, but no, he's going to kind of rotate back around. There may be some action that might be drawn in here in just a moment. And Anger's going to bust open the vent. Notice that it's already cleared out at this point. He's going to go chasing after these kills. Right now, it's really going to matter about getting the bomb planted and spamming away with that 5-7. And that's going to basically leave it up to Warden. And Warden has been spotted now. And he'll get taken down by Fugly. 7-6 now is the score.
Yeah, that was the first time we've seen them kind of eco towards B. You know, I mean, it wasn't like they only had P250s and stuff, but it seemed to me like they got into that site a little bit easier than when they try to eco towards A. So maybe like in the future, or if they've got some CZ money or something, we might see them kind of take that B bomb site from them instead of going into A, because that has not been working for them at all on eco rounds.
So far we've got Rush has not been as effective as he was there in the first map. See if he can start to help out his teammates a little bit here. Still taking their time. We'll take a look at the overall setup right now. You can tell just from our mini map they are going to be committing over here towards B. And he's got his teammate Daps and Anger right next to one another. Smokes, flashes, everything coming out there. Going to be a quick flash there. Anger's going to be right there again. He's going to be there to be that support player to help him out. But both of them fall there to Volcano and Rush. They're going to go ahead and head over here towards that B bomb site. There's one player up on top of Heaven. Let's see if he might be able to pick up a kill as they enter in. But look out, there's going to be some player lurking about. That's going to be XP3. Now it's going to be left up to Shazam, 1-on-3. This has been a very good T sign for eLevate overall, though.
But definitely, I mean, there's some great entries there. I mean, I'm impressed with their B take, and I think again that was the first gun round they won, was going there, and I think that that's definitely their site, and they should probably be working there. Shazam and A has just been shutting them down, using the smokes, pushing up, kind of throwing different looks at them and stuff. And I think, you know, that one round they went B and he was there, and that kind of like deterred them from, I guess, going back again. But here he was all the way in A, and it was a kind of like an easy take for them.
So 7-7, we head into our final round of the first half. We'll take a look again. You mentioned Shazam being one of those players that's been kind of the deciding factor on whether or not Denial wins or loses a round. So we'll see. He's been, like you said, holding down the A bomb site kind of by himself. And they're still going to be pushing up. The one thing too is what's really weird is that they're pulling up inside of A main a little bit here.
Well, Nafly there, they just boosted right over middle, kind of flanked the T's there, kind of caught him in the back. So, you know, they're getting a little aggressive here.
Just waiting this one out here. Shazam again has pushed pretty far up there in the blue door, not far enough where he's not effective to rotate to help out his team. Yeah, he's getting to that point though, and he will get dropped by Rush. And there's some action happening on the other side of the map. And Daps actually, there's a player that got by there. And so Anger's going to fall. Daps is going to be wondering why that was able to happen. Bomb's going to be heading over here towards the A-bomb site, though. And they're going to try to fire him out now. He's going to get caught into a situation there. That's just those ones where you want to get the entries. You want to close them down as they try to enter into sight and allow your teammates to rotate. The downside to this is Daps is your only teammate to rotate over here. So he's going to try to be able to pull off this 1v3. This is the final round, though. So he's going to make an attempt. There's no question about it. Down to this 1-on-2 as he has a little bit of time. He does have a kit and rush over there from the door. He'll be able to pick him off. So 8-7 is going to be your first half score. They're in favor of eLevate.
Yeah, that was a good round by them. That was kind of started off crazy. They got the CTs boosted over in mid, caught a T in the back, but it could have been a much worse for eLevate. They thankfully killed that guy pretty quickly. And then you just saw like people walking by people in sights and smokes, and it was just kind of like a hectic round. And they didn't really know which side they're going to. And I mean, eLevate just played that really nice. So 8 rounds T side. I'm feeling pretty good if I'm eLevate going into the CD side. If they pick up this pistol round, Denial is in a world of hurt here.
I'm not used to, again, like I mentioned last time, whenever we jumped directly into the second half. I mean, we're already hopping into it. It's these teams are ready to play. There's no time to waste here as we head into the second half, 8-7. Tuning in, eLevate took map number 1 against Denial. That was on DE season, and of course, that was the selected by Denial out of the map veto process. So we'll take a look here at how they decide to plan their attack here on the pistol. There hasn't been any aggression from the CT side. So we'll see. Daps, though, he's causing a lot of distraction over here. He's making a lot of an impact there. And now they're going to go ahead and start to push here towards the side. They do not rotate at all. So Storm and Warden are both here. They're relying on their teammates to do their job. And that leaves the opening so they can do theirs. So now there will be that one player inside of the site. He's going to be able to push through there. He's going to get taken down, but that's going to leave it up to Fugly. Fugly down to this 1-on-2. He's taken out 2 players so far in this pistol. 50 seconds, a lot of time, so he's going to go ahead and get the bomb planted. And so we'll see what he can do now. He's watching a bunch of different angles here. He's got both sides of this, and he's able to pick up one. He's playing this game of cat and mouse with him, and XP3 comes out on top. And so now the score is going to be 9-7, a much-needed pistol round there for Denial, and it just goes out of their grasp.
Yeah, that was close. I mean, they threw that fake over there in A, but these guys do not move for that. They've seen a couple fakes in their day, and Storm and Warden were just sitting right in B, ready for this. So, I mean, that was a good hold by them. I mean, it came down to XP3 winning that 1v1 there in the end. And, I mean, here we go, CT. They're starting off strong. But it does look like the T's here are just going to get like a CZ and like a PT50. They're not going to have to worry about a full like armor buy. So they're going to play, I guess, a little bit more slow. They're not just going to try to balls out and win this next round.
We were taught at a very young age for when we were playing CS to wait until we hear the bomb being called out.
Yeah, that's true.
I think nowadays they just kind of make the rotate just so they can be there. But so now you've got Volcano and XP3. They've rotated over here. Must have stalled the bomb at some point. And so now they've got the bomb planted inside of the site. Volcano's over here by a forklift. And I don't know if they know he's in this type of position, but I don't think it's going to make a difference later as we progress through this round.
Right.
And so Anger right there inside the blue door is going to pick up that kill. So this has been a great eco. That nade is going to cause, I think he's going to take him out. Now it's going down to be a 1-on-1. And great job by Storm. This is the old Storm that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, he's playing fantastic. It's coming up big for them when it matters. I mean, Denial, though, I mean, they got the site.
Yes.
That was, I mean, they didn't even buy anything. I mean, they just had like a P250. It wasn't like they were armored up. They weren't all rocking CZs coming at them hard in A. It was just, you know, I mean, that was what eLevate was trying to do on their ecos. It never worked out for them. They never got that close. They didn't even get the bomb down. And there, they almost won the round. So that kind of worries me if I'm eLevate, because they didn't even have anything. Just got in the site and almost won. So we're going to see how this gun round plays out now.
There is a double op setup. Here with Shazam and Nafly. They're both going towards, you got one that's going to watch over there towards the blue door, and then you have another one that's going to be boosted. That's going to be Shazam over inside of middle. And Nafly, he's actually caught into a really tough spot. He's missed a couple shots now. And they're going to move out of that position. But on the other side, what I had mentioned, we had to be on the lookout for Shazam as he picks up one. So let's go ahead and switch over here to Volcano, who's inside the site with his teammate. That is Rush. So they're still taking their time. Smokes and flashes over the top inside of mid, trying to draw that fire in. So we'll take a look here. One of these players, Volcano or Rush, is going to make a lot happen. There's one player that is inside of mid, just waiting for players to rotate. So now they're going to hold this angle. Fugly's going to take down that player inside of mid. That was Storm. And pushing inside the site. Now it's going to pick up one. Now it's going to be left up to Warden. Warden down to a 1 versus 3. There's Fugly right there to worry about that cross. So he picks himself up in M4 in this situation. And that's going to be enough. He decides to save. He has 2 flashes, full head armor, and as well as that M4 that you can see on the screen, and a kit. So there's a lot of money invested right here. To be accurate, he's got 4,900 right there to work with.
And it's a howl, so I mean that's got to be what, a couple more thousand, definitely.
Man, you've been hanging around me for too long now.
That's
greatness.
Yeah, so Denial, what I like, they play their T-side completely differently than eLevate. I mean, they are not afraid. Yeah, stat track out. They're not afraid to contest the mid, and they get Shazam up there with an op early. He gets a pick on XP3, opens everything up for them. I mean, we didn't see Denial or eLevate doing that at all on their T-side, so I like seeing that from Denial for them. I think it bodes well for them if they're able to get those picks. But the double op setup was a little interesting.
So we have the start here. So here the breakout is here for this round, 10-8 right now. They smoked up inside of mid. Yeah, but look, we're back here with Warden, who's got the M4. He is causing a little bit of damage there. There's another play to worry about. He's trying to help out his teammates. They will be on a rotate now. Of course, this is a save. He was only able to pick up that, hold on to that M4 for a little bit now. And that, you don't realize how close you are, Rush, with picking up at least 1 kill, because that's the one player on that team that's low on health. That's Daps. Maybe we might try it again. Take a look on the XP3 side. So he's got a few more bullets to waste, and he'll get eliminated there by Anger. So XP3 just holding this last angle here. You might be able to get a, once the bomb blows up. Oh no, he's not going to be able to stay alive.
Well, this round is going to be big for eLevate. We'll see if maybe they give him a different look. Or if they opt to buy here. It looks like they're just going to save again. Could have done some famous work, but they're going to go CZ and buy armor, a couple of them, which is interesting.
Well, you're trying to right now, you've lost 2 rounds in a row. If you lose another one, you'll be at 2,400 extra bucks.
Right.
And so at 2,400, you'll be at 4,800 roughly, which is enough to be able to buy cautiously. So now Dap's going to push out as he falls to Warden. So we're already back up down to a 4-on-4. I mean, that's what you do as a player, is you kind of judge your economy, how many, what happens if we lose, what happens, and so you base off of all that, so then you know what that line is. How much can I buy to get to that 2,400 mark, or what do you have? So now you got Warden, who's picked up a 2nd kill here in the round. Down to a 3-on-3. They've wasted a lot of money on throwing all those incendiary grenades, and Rush, he picks up another one. Oh, picks up a 2nd one, and now it's going to be down to a 2-on-2. The difference is Rush has an AK, and you have Storm, who still has 100 HP. Bomb is in the hands, though, of Anger. Rush on the other side of this smoke here. He's actually going to fall back, and I have no clue what he's doing there. And so he actually, but it works out in a whole other way. By him running away like that, basically made it say, hey, nobody's here. I'm going to rotate and regroup with my teammate, and he moved in effectively.
Yeah,
and I don't know if that's what he was trying to think about doing it that way.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Anger just runs in with a bomb out, and you know, tries to plant Tyler, or Storm's just hiding in the site. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, it's always about some of the times the mind games that you play, right? So
definitely, that could not have been intentional, though.
No, I don't think so.
They might claim it was, though, later.
Knowing those guys, yeah. I honestly don't know Rush that well, so I can't say whether he'd claim that or not. So Rush, they know that there's a boost there, and his teammate is going to get away. That was Volcano. And Daps is on the other side of the wall, jumped up on the boxes. Just spams fest over here. There are 3 players. XP3 is kind of rotating a little bit back and forth too far. And now they're going to regroup and get over here towards the site. Rush is going to fall. Trying to get into the site. Volcano just watching this backside. Great timing for that fire grenade. And then oh no! Volcano catches the nade from his teammate Warden. And Warden will fall shortly after that. Volcano is in a great position inside of the site to be very effective. And then his teammate just sweeps through the site with a nade. And so 11-10 right now. Still a 1-round lead here in favor of eLevate. But Denial doing a great job just winning those gunfights to take over that A-bomb site.
Yeah, I really like their T side. I like what they're doing here. I like how they're working the op. eLevate kind of gave up on that halfway through their T side. So I like that they're kind of, it's working for them, and they're sticking to it. They're going to let Shazam just kind of, you know, get those picks, open the sites up for him, and that's huge. I mean, I know that eLevate's saving here. I don't think they're going to be able to pull out another miracle save round like that, so they're going to have to really work hard in these next few gun rounds.
Rush really likes to turn his back to the opponent. So Shazam, he opened up the vents there. Again, Rush putting his back to the opponent. Of course, that time he didn't know there was one there. Picks up the AK. He actually has the bomb as well, so kind of works out for him there.
Yeah, if you could catch him with a nade out here, too, it'd be huge.
And he takes out Shazam, so now we're back to a one-on-one right now. And Anger can hear Warden from afar there. So Anger's going to rotate all the way around. So let's take a look. It's going to be a race. Got them both running there towards the site. And check out the timing, see if they're going to get there. We'll switch over to Warden's perspective. He does spot him as he goes into the site, and it's going to be a battle between these two. Warden low on health. Anger has not been touched at this point at all. So right now they're going to get. He's got the angle. Going to go ahead and push through the smoke. The bomb is actually planted for Anger at this point in time. And Anger will pick up the kill. It's going to be even back up at 11. So, wow, that was a great eco there for eLevate.
That was way closer than I thought it should have been. I think they had, like, what, 4 kills or something like that on eLevate before. And then Warden just picked up that AK and was going to work. But, you know, they really need to win a gun round. I mean, these rounds that they've been winning have been eco rounds, you know, or almost winning. And they just got to get their head back in the game here. I see XP3 has an op, so maybe they can kind of play him like Shazam was playing on their CT and move him around and get aggressive and peaky and hopefully open things up for them.
So I'll smoke off in that area. Switch over here to the other side now. Look at the overall view here. Take a look at, you can see Nafly is over here. They've got 3 players inside of B here, or inside of A, apologize. And they have 2 players inside of B, and actually they're going to rotate one back to watch inside of mid right now. So they've opened the door. We'll go back over here now. Going back and forth. And now they're going to start to execute here. The Volcano, he's being mollied right now. He is not going to move from his position. He will get dropped there, though. As now it's, they will get the bomb planted inside the site. Down to this 3-on-2. Anger has moved his way back into the blue door. And Warden, he's cleared out the backside of the site. The bomb is planted out in the open for them to use this area. They have 1 nade and 1 player left, and Shazam will pick him off as well. So 12-11. So Denial starting to pick up heat.
I don't know what more eLevate can do. I mean, they had 3 people in that A site ready for that hit. So, you know, if you can't hold it with 3 people and XP3 is in the mid, I mean, you know, they only had 1 guy watching B there. If you can't hold the site there, you're going to be in trouble. So I mean, they got to mix it up a little bit. They got to try something different, I think, because their CT is looking a little rough.
And this time they're going to be a little bit of a different approach. They've got 3 players that are over there towards that B side here on this save. Shazam's right there with his teammate Anger, and Anger's causing a little bit of damage. There's Nafly who's picked up too. And so now that side is clear, and now Volcano, he's all by himself. He'll get dropped by Daps, and now we're at 13-11 scoreline. Of course, this is map number 2, and eLevate again took the first map. And so far, I've casted nothing but best of 3s that have gone the distance. Might as well make one more, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I still think eLevate, if they can make the proper adjustments, definitely have it in them to come back and just hold it down on CT, make it to 16, and just close it out 2-0. But the way things are looking right now, you know, if they keep up what they're doing, I don't think they're gonna pull up the W at all.
XP3 just on the other side there inside of mid. We're on board with Shazam right now. Just kind of going back and forth. Shazam just trying to look for that pick. And as we have on the other side, and Shazam will take out XP3. There are 2 players inside of B and 2 kind of close over there by A. And Nafly is going to get shot through the door over there. Over by blue door. And Shazam, he has not really moved from this spot that much yet. He did spot one. He now knows there's one over inside of Z. Go ahead and smoke him off, and then kind of fire off. Now they can kind of go over here where they please, and they've got this site area open to just a Volcano. Rotating is going to be Warden, but the reaction is going to be really happening over there towards the B-bomb site, and Volcano is able to take down Anger on that, worrying about the lurk there. And to get into the site, there's going to be one Warden doing a great job holding down from above. Storm's going to be right there with them. So now you've got Shazam all by himself. He got the opening kills here. So we'll see. 20 seconds left here in the round. So 20 seconds have been ticking down now. And he gets the kill there onto Storm. 9 seconds now. And he's not going to be able to get this one.
Yeah.
As he'll have to fall back. He will also die, lose the chance to win, to gain any additional economy. So he is, let's see where he's sitting at right now. Shazam has, he had 5,700 before the round started, so he was okay. So the rest of his teammates will be able to buy here.
I think Denial let that round slip away from them. They had that early pick there on XP3 in the mid. They were kind of moving eLevate all over the map. But again, you know, you saw that Storm Warden combo in B, just holding it down, not really getting caught out of place too badly, and they held it down for their team. So it was huge by them, and you know, that round should have been Denial's in my opinion.
So now you still have Shazam here. Watching inside of mid. This is XP3, and Shazam able to take out Volcano.
I mean, this is like the same thing we see like they start off with a pick in the mid. They know he's there. Like, he knows that where they are, and they're not really doing anything to counter him.
That's XP3. He got the kill there inside of A main. The bomb is still dropped. It hasn't really decided where they're going to go with it yet. Looks like they may be executing here in just a second. That smoke is going to be smoked off. XP3 taking down Shazam. It's more so focused, and he picks up another one, looking for a third. He does, and now he's going to try to be able to hold it down with his teammate inside of the site. XP3 coming up with 3 straight kills, make that 4. And so he comes up big there, holding down that A-bomb site, and so now we're all tied up at 13.
Well, that's what they needed from him. I mean, that's what Shazam was doing to them on their T side when they were T, and you know, this is exactly the same thing. So XP3 stepping it up, even though they keep losing a guy early in the mid to Shazam, just sitting there posted every round. You know, they still managed to hold on there, so that was good. And now the Ts are going to be going.
Take a look here at the. We've got 2 players that are over here. That's Warden and Storm. We mentioned that combo's been around for a while. Nice nade. Caused a lot of damage there. They're going to be flashed for a moment. This time Storm still just slowing them down, allowing his teammates to rotate. That's XP3 who's up top. They're going to be able to push in there. Storm picks up 2. So Nafly, he's going to try to work inside. He does pick up multiple kills there. And XP3 is really not the person that you want in this situation for the having to make some really tough shots here with his op. More so the op side, not just XP3.
Right. Difficult gun.
So you've got the AK there, one over there towards headshot. That's still Nafly. Nafly must be running out of ammo at some point. And XP3, there you go. He said, you know what? You're right. The op's not it, but I do have a P250, and I'll prove you wrong. So 14-13. So good job by XP3.
Yeah, that was big for them. I mean, they really needed that. Although, you know, maybe a different team would have just kind of ran in one by one there, or XP3 would have just tried to make something happen by himself. But I'm glad that he waited for his team to come there. You know, no matter what, just wait for your guys to come back you up. Don't throw away your gun. Don't throw away your life. We're at 14-13. Every dollar is going to count here.
That right there is a good point to bring up. A lot of players really they forget about that fact. So XP3's played very aggressive. He has it over here towards this area. We'll switch around though. And you'll see Warden and Storm. They could have some players to have to battle out with here in a second. As we're going to go ahead and push through. They do make it by. So now Storm is even in a tougher spot. Warden may be in another one as well, but he's going to be able to pick up 2. Now going to be down to a 2-on-3. And there's going to be one trying to make it into the site. That's going to be low health. XP3 with a nice headshot with the op. And it's gone back and forth. Now it's going to be one-on-one. 55 seconds left here in the round. Bomb is down inside the site and through the box. Shazam says, I'll check behind box number 1, and he finds it. And he ties the score back up 14-14.
I mean, big plays from him. Again, every round he keeps opening it up with like a kill in the mid. And they're not really doing anything to counter that. So I'm very impressed that eLevate's staying in this since they're practically playing 4v5 every gun round, pretty much. So, you know, they keep doing big things in their sights, but they got to work on this mid control. Either don't peek it or heavily contest it. But if you're just going to kind of throw one person at it, that's just an easy pick from every round.
So we'll stay with him for a little bit longer. Looks like this time they decided, you know what? Tired of playing 5-on-4. Which, of course, what that does is allows them to kind of push up. They've got a complete mid control now. So now Shazam will work another angle there. And so he's just going to be tapping away with the op. There's 3 players inside of that site. And he's just hammering away at that box. And so Nafly, he's going to get a pick over there. That was, I believe, over inside of B. No, I apologize. That's over inside of A with the from the blue door where he always plays. So now they're going to go ahead and work towards the site. Volcano and Rush holding this area down. Anger's going to be right there. He's got his teammate. So now it's going to be left up to Shazam. Shazam, he usually opens it, but can he finish it like he did the previous round to tie it back up here? And he's going to over-peek, and he misses that off shot. Now you've got, they completely know where he's at. Flashbang's coming out there. And he's going to get taken down by the hard scope from XP3. As it's going to be 15-14. Game point, match point for eLevate.
I'd be so frustrated if I were Denial right now, because I mean they keep doing like the right things. They keep getting the early kills. They start off great and then just let it slip away every round. And now they're broke. And this is the last round, and they need it, and they're on T side. I mean, this is just rough.
So what can happen here? Are we going to go into a third map, or will eLevate take it and send Denial home? So we'll pay attention here. We're on board with Volcano and Rush. Smokes are out. This is just, they're trying to go ahead and go right for it. We're going to decide this one quickly. Is it going to be Volcano? Volcano causing a little bit of damage there. Rush, he's going to get traded. So that's a nice little trade action there for Denial. XP3 missing that shot. They're trying to work inside of the site. Nafly, he's going to get taken down. It's going to be down to this 2-on-2. They're going to push towards this site and see if they can finish this one now. And there goes XP3. There goes Warden, and there's the overtime. Denial and eLevate will be going into an overtime here on Cash.
I mean, they picked the perfect strat to run there because when that one eco round, they had like nothing, and they got into the site, they got the bomb down, and they just did a fantastic job with like nothing. This time they had CZ and armor, and you know, if you're going to go to one place, you've had experience taking the site pretty easily. I mean, that was the perfect strat for them to run, and they did come down to not a little bit of luck, but I mean, they were in a tough spot there, like a 2v3, and you know, they didn't have that much, and they just played great. That was really well done by them. So hopefully they can hold on here and kind of bring it back.
Yeah, so again, just if you're tuning in, 16-13 was the first map score on DE Season. That, of course, the season was selected by Denial. We're now on eLevate's choice here on Cash as we're in the overtime. So, again, eLevate taking map number 1. And if need be, if it's necessary, we could go to DE Inferno, and you'll have Denial starting off on the CT side on that map. But right now the focus will be on this map here on Cash, as we'll be heading into an overtime here in just a moment. Man, I've done a lot of overtimes now.
You're either good luck or bad luck. I'm not sure
bad
which.
luck.
Oh, bad luck.
No, wait. I said this to Moses earlier.
All right.
It's okay that these overtimes are happening now, but as we get to like 4 or 5 in the morning, no more overtimes. We're done with it. Of course, that'll be a long day. Yesterday, I casted for 7.5 hours. That was Moses' first time to cast at a LAN event, and he had to go for 7.5 hours straight.
Well,
I mean, there's like 5-10 minute breaks in there. If you want to get hyper technical, but that was a long time.
It's impressive.
Yesterday.
Love Jason.
And so far, we've been going on for a long time as well. Almost 6 hours now.
So, if you had to pick a winner for this, who do you think is going to win on Cash?
Well, it depends if so I really believe that Denial has better aim than eLevate. And I'm really jealous of that right now.
Sorry.
It's just not right. You didn't even get asked. So we have you have yourself an iced coffee or
something.
What is
I don't
that?
know. They just
What is that contraption?
I have no idea.
Looks like a
good.
Slurpee from Starbucks.
Yeah, it's something. It looks good. So I'll have to let you know how it is.
No, so what I was getting at is I think that Denial can out-aim eLevate. I think that Shazam's op is better than XP3's op, but I think the in-game sense from XP3 is better than Shazam's in-game sense. I think that Anger has a better shot than some of the players there. We'll just kind of go for a 1-for-1. I think that Anger has a better AK and rifle than Storm, or than Warden. Warden's probably a better example. Than Warden does, but I think Warden has better in-game sense. Just what it's kind of like, you know,
right.
is it?
So you're taking you're boiling it down here to like an aim versus smarts.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I definitely think though overall in Cash, like I think Denial has played better, despite I mean they're tied, so you say they're equal, but I think Denial definitely played better. They just kept letting things slip away from them. So if they can just get those opening picks and then hold on. Like that. This would have been in the bag for them, but they, eLevate is just, I don't know how they're doing it, but they're staying alive in those crazy 4v5 situations, 3v5 situations all the time.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for our overtime to get started here. Go ahead and give a special thanks to our sponsors, Alienware, BenQ, and Zoe. Of course, BenQ, that's the monitors that they're using. Of course, they're also using these Alienware machines here as well. So this is a special thanks to all of our sponsors out there. And then, of course, if you haven't done it yet, I've been using and following at ESEA Net on Twitter. I've been using that to track what maps the veto process is and what maps have been selected and who's choosing what side, so you can stay up to date right along with me on that. You can also like the Facebook page, that's ESEA Net, and then also you can watch a lot of the highlights, some of the main highlights from these matches and throughout tournaments, and even talking about some of the updates that's over on the YouTube channel, that's Go ESEA. And then after this match, probably make you want to play some more Counter-Strike, so you probably should register for Season 18 You can register right now with your team at esea.net/league. And so we'll go ahead and hop into the first overtime, 15-15, eLevate Denial. We'll see how this one starts off. And so Denial, they'll carry over what they did from the first, or from the second half, and they'll be on the T side. Of course, if it's your first overtime, it's not mine here at this event, but if it's your first one, it is MR3. So you play 3 rounds on both sides. You'll start off at, I believe it's 10K. Now I feel,
yep.
Yeah, so you'll start off at 10,000. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and hop into the action. You got Fugly, who's picked up 1, but he has been traded with Storm. And so Shazam is still just kind of peering over the top. He loves this angle. So he's going to allow his teammates to be able to push out there. They've kind of given away mid all together now. Switch back over here. See Nafly just causing a lot of noise over there. A lot of focus as well. So we'll go back over here to Rush. And look, and this is just a constant battle between these two. Rush says, I just have a little bit more experience than you. And he has won that battle on that blue door quite a few times now. Now Rush out in the open, whenever he has to get a visual, he loses that gunfight to Anger. And Shazam on the backside with 2 HP. He's trying to stay alive. He does pick up 1. Now it's going to be left up here to Storm. Storm picks up and narrows it down to a one-on-one. Bomb's going to get planted there by Daps. Daps right there out in the open, and Storm was right where he wanted to be, but Daps will get the upper hand. And so it's 16-15 as they take 1 round here in overtime. And right there you can see it. Nafly says, I'm done, Rush. Done.
Keeps getting the better of him.
I guess you can't see that at home. That's what he's saying in chat. So right there, it's just kind of the reality of what's happening. And really that blue door battle has been whether or not they can get that opening and really force them have to figure out how to. Because if Nafly can win that, Volcano's in a really, really, really tough position there.
Well, all those A players are in a tough position, especially when they just keep letting him. They have Shazam then, you know, it's like he takes that shot in mid, and then he just gets even closer and starts harassing them from catwalk and just taking pot shots at him over and over and over, and they're kind of pinning them in the sight. So it makes it very hard for them to hold. I mean, you know, Denials is doing a great A take there, round after round.
Yeah, you got a good point. I mean, you have Shazam who is allowing his team to have all of middle, which, of course, if you have middle, then you have complete control over the map, and especially if you're trying to hit over there towards the A-bomb site. So what does eLevate do? They decided to go ahead and put 3 players over there inside of A and see if they can hold down that area. And now we can see that they're going to kind of battle this one out. Anger says, you know what? Nafly, you can be done, but I'll take it now from here. And so we'll see if Anger can be any better now. XP3 does pick up 1 there with the op. XP3 will fall to Shazam, though. And fire grenade, it will come across, but it won't make a difference there. Now Anger's going to push through. Now you've got Warden and Storm. Warden's going to get naded down to 84 HP. 2-on-2. These are the 2 players that you want to be in this 2-on-2. Shazam, the last man standing. And he's down to this 1-on-2. I even caused a little bit of damage there to Warden. And Warden will stay alive and get the kill. So we're going to be tied up now here in the overtime 1-1.
Yeah, that was a, I mean, they needed it. That was huge. Again, they keep letting them, they make it really hard for themselves. eLevate does on their CT side, but I mean, they're winning the rounds, and I guess that's what matters there. So they're at 1-1 now, and I think that maybe if they try something different in the middle here and kind of contest Shazam, they've got XP3's op, maybe they'll put him in there and just try to shut him down. I think if they do that, Denial is not going to know what to do because they're so used to having that mid control. You know, it's just making it so easy for them to get into A.
It's just a lot of respect for Shazam, just knowing that he can get that off pick. They're not even contesting him anymore.
Right. And it's like they're playing completely different.
Well, let's see. Maybe XP3 might try something here. And oh, what a shot by Shazam! XP3 was just trying to get away from Nafly. He jumps and just barely gets caught there. Wow.
Yeah, that definitely didn't pay out for them there. I mean, I respect them for at least contesting them. But again, Shazam gets the best of XP3.
Yeah, Warden over there inside of the site. He has his teammates to help him out now. Not pushed in just yet. There is 1 player. That's Nafly, who's made his way already all the way through there. Of course, he's unable to make the kill until just now. Volcano and Rush left alive here. There is one player that has made his way over there towards the checkers, and now it is left up to Volcano. And if you have that button, might as well use it now. Little inside joke between the two of us.
Right.
So now let's see if the site is completely clear right now, but he doesn't know that. So it's going to be 17-16. For those of you that are wondering what's the magic number, it's the first to 19 right now. First to 19. Tie point would be 18. So Denial just needs 2 more rounds. So we'll see how this one works out. So again, MR3 or max round 3 for each half. Usually I call that MR6, but I saw it earlier. But here we have it. So we'll see what happens in the second half of this.
Yeah, I mean, eLevate had a good T side as well. So, you know, I don't think it's going to be out of the question that they can kind of bring this back, pick up a couple T rounds here, either send it to another overtime or even win. But I definitely think that it's going to be an uphill battle for them.
Well, one of the differences here is they decided not to buy an AWP here in this first round in terms of eLevate. On the other side, Shazam does. And they'll be heading over there towards that A area. And we can see that this is kind of that default setup that we've seen from eLevate before. They have 2 players that are working over there, and they're actually going to start to fall back now. And there's some, looks like we may have a little bit of action. Anger, though, he usually likes to play closer over there to this boost point. Volcano has been boosted. And he's just waiting.
Yeah, you see a completely different play style here on CT side, where Denial is heavily contesting. They're all over mid. They're pushed up on them.
And so Anger's right there waiting for the players to kind of push up. He actually picked up 2 there inside of mid, and Shazam is going to be right there. He's got 2 players to try to take out. He picks up his second one. Now it's going to be left up to XP3. XP3 on this 1-on-5, spraying away. He will get taken down, and now Denial 1 round away from forcing it to a map number 3, which would take us to DE Inferno.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, eLevate better dig deep here. I mean, they're like a more, I guess, like strat-oriented team, in my opinion, than Denial. So like they've got a lot of fakes and things, and like cool, trying to draw out CT rotations, and they play a really like smart game. And if they've got anything special saved up, I mean, this is the round they need to use it on that T side. So if they got a cool fake or they got a cool something, they kind of need to bust that out because it's do or die here.
Well, here we have it. We'll switch back over here to Shazam. Look at the overview for just a moment. You can see how they're all grouped up, waiting to be able to push up here towards the stairs. They haven't tried to win over A main just yet. That's the thing. Whenever you give up the lockers and everything, you have to check every point before you work your way up. Switch back over here to Shazam, though. Shazam through the smoke, picks off Warden right out of the start. And so now you've got Rush peeking out through the door. There goes Shazam. He's picked up another one. Going to be down to a 2 on the, make that a 1-on-3, and that's going to do it. They get taken out there, and so the game is going to go to Denial, 19-16.
Wow. Yeah, it was really well played by them. They had a great T side. I mean, that's what you can kind of attribute this whole half to, is that T side comeback. So, yeah, they're looking good.
What a great game that we had there. Of course, that's going to take us into map number 3. That's going to put us on to DE Inferno.